we now have sub-postmasters who are dying before they get the redress to which they're entitled. So we laid out a comprehensive plan for accelerating this scheme to sort it out. The government's accepted less than 20% of our recommendations. So we are taking the very unusual step today of inviting the government to take our report back, reflect on it again, and resubmit their response to Parliament. We've all got an interest in just getting this right. We think we've laid out a blueprint for that. I think the government needs to look at it harder.
You mentioned people are dying before receiving compensation. I know you yourself have mentioned the case of Terry Walters, who was offered compensation a week after his death, aged 74, and the proposed payout was, in fact, less than half the amount he should have been given. His widow, obviously devastated by that. I think, you know, many people who are watching this might be wondering, why is the government taking such a long time? What is it that's slowing this down?
So it's just in part bureaucracy gone mad. And crucially, the most important scheme, the biggest scheme, is still in the hands of the Post Office, a discredited organisation in the eyes of so many sub-postmasters because of the pain which they inflicted on so many. So one of our big recommendations was that the government needs to take the scheme off the Post Office and run the scheme itself. But crucially, we've got to couple that with upfront legal advice for sub-postmasters putting claims in, because although the government says that the forms are now much simpler and that kind of thing, you know, you're asking sub-postmasters to put together really detailed information about events a long time ago, which very often psychologically they've had to kind of bury in order to move on and cope with the trauma. So we think it is only reasonable to introduce that upfront legal assistance, have the government take over the schemes. And then we've got quite a lot to say about the role of independent case managers who are often able to do the remediation or the mediation, to move cases faster through the process where things get snagged. And again, the government's accepted some of our recommendations here, but they need to be much bolder in taking on board what we've said wholesale if we're to get this sorted and we're to get justice for these sub-postmasters who have suffered so much for so long.